Ting, ladies and gentlemen. Getting that Jamaican cuisine that I said I was about to go get. So, hopefully the sound is better this time. You can see, this is a spinach patty. Nope, not a beef patty. I know if you're familiar with Jamaican food, and I know you heard of the beef patty, you might have even heard of the chicken patty. I don't eat beef, and I do my best to stay away from chicken. So I'm eating a spinach patty. So, we're gonna see if anybody join me on this now that I got the sound right. Spinach patty at Irie Ting. Much better. So, yeah, I'm gonna wait a couple minutes, see if anybody joins. See if the sound is coming on. Yeah, I got a question for somebody that's sitting across the table from me. 100 men versus one gorilla. Who would win?
The gorilla.
So I'm asking y'all too. 100 men versus a gorilla. Who would win? Because that's like the latest craze on conversations online. I don't know where people come up with these stupid things, but why do you think the 100 men would win? Oh, my bad. Why do you think the man would win? Oops. I ain't been drinking, I swear. So why do you think the gorilla would win? How is a gorilla gonna beat 100 men?
Two and three at a time.
He can knock 2 and 3 out at a time. How long can a gorilla last?
How long can 100 men last against the gorilla?
So they can't plan, plot, and strategize?
They can, but they don't.
I thought the human was the apex predator.
Sure. The gorilla will. That's my answer. I'm sticking to it.
Well, so this person says the gorilla would win. I'm not convinced that the gorilla would win. Now, this is an interesting question. Shout out to Stanley Garziano, who asks, are there any trans women here? Now, if you asking here as in with me at this Jamaican place, not with me. I can't testify and speak on whoever else might be visiting the restaurant. If you asking as in reference to the 100 men versus gorilla, that's an interesting wrinkle. Since you say yes to my first question, I guess you mean in the restaurant. I don't know. Now, ain't no trans women with me. How about that? Ain't no trans women with me. I can't say on my own, but I don't roll with trans women. I don't roll with trans nothing. I don't even like the Transformer movie because it's got the word trans in it. Of course I'm joking. Okay, so Stanley Garziano has made it his mission to just to be the troll for the day, since he wants to talk about trans and he wants to talk about fellatio. Okay, well, while I appreciate your presence in the stream and the chat, it's not like I'm gonna go do that stuff. So anyhow, get yourself a spinach patty. They're great. I don't know if you've ever had them. I like them better than the beef patties. I like them better than the chicken patties. And I clearly have some very interesting and curious trolls in the room today. I'll give a shout out to you because I said that's my promise. She's a Brat is in the room. Obscure Balls is in the room. Y'all got the funniest tag names I've ever seen. Now, I'm not going to repeat all of the stuff that these clowns were saying in the chat room, but I'm going to let you have at it. Shout out to Elizabeth Munley for joining. Now, Obscure Balls finally asked a question that's interesting. I don't really have a favorite car. I don't have a bucket list car. But if somebody wanted to gift me something, as long as it was fast, well, really, honestly, I don't like cars. I want an SUV. So give me something that sit high up off the ground. Shout out to Blaze Fire Rods. Okay, I ain't seen the John Wick Mustang. At least not in a long time. I saw like the first John Wick movie. I ain't seen nothing since then. But since you're here and you're asking interesting and curious questions, please make sure you hit the like button so we can jump online more often and talk and chat. Stanley is a hilarious colonel. I'm gonna show you this. Oh, see, look. This is what I was trying to test out. Y'all see that? I was trying to test out this microphone, but it don't work. It don't attach to the phone that I got. Stanley really trying. I think Stanley trying to get my channel banned. Maybe I should. She's a Brat. Thanks for that. A dongle attachment. I'm gonna have to do some. So I'm gonna have to do some research on that because I hate the fact that I bought this Rode mic. And wow, okay, I ain't bragging. This ain't no flex, but I got me a nice old Android, and the Rode mic hooks up to that perfectly. So I gotta see what this dongle attachment is, and maybe I can use that to hook this thing up to this iPhone that I'm currently on. I don't really like the iPhone. I bought the iPhone out of protest, or not out of protest, but amongst a protest. I can see now. I really need to. I kind of need to ban Stanley Garziano because he's really on some other mess. Harassment or bullying? What y'all think? Should I label him as hate speech, graphic violence, harassment, or bullying? Pornography or sexually explicit or unwanted commercial or spam? How about unwanted commercial or spam? Or is that gonna mess me up?
You okay down there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so you want anything else? Or are you just gonna...
Water wouldn't make it.
Boy, how about I just remove it?
All right, so let me get your water, okay?
Let me see. Message deleted. So I deleted his message. Stanley Garziano. The mic looks nice. It's the perfect tool you need. It's an auxiliary input to an iPhone output. Okay, yeah. Shout out to that. Thank you. She's a Brat. I'ma definitely look into it though. For that reason, because the mic is nice. I've used it on my other phone. Okay, Stanley Garzano says I cannot ban him or remove him. Okay. That might be true. I can ignore you. I mean, I don't care who loves who. You can love whoever you want to. I ain't mad at you. It's just not necessarily pertinent to the conversation. And nobody else is in here proclaiming who it is that they in love with. Everybody, I mean, I got somebody, and I'm sure everybody else right here got somebody. You don't see us waving flags about it. Love who you want to love. But clean up the chat. That's all I'm saying. Now, I ain't... Stanley Garziano said hi. Yeah, okay. So now we got what? 2 different Stanley Garzianos? You done changed your name or something. Oh no, you just reduced the lettering, the text lettering. So anyhow, I'm at this Jamaican restaurant. If you're near, if you're close to, if you've been to Richmond, Virginia, because that's where I'm at, you should check out Irie Ting. It's a great Jamaican restaurant, and I love their food. Let me see, what did I order? I'm gonna show you when they get here. Aside from the, what was that? The spinach patty. I ordered the. Here it comes. Oh no, this is just my drink. Oh no, you good? Thank you.
It was disturbing your life.
Oh no, you good. Shout out to Blaze Fire Rods. How is everybody doing? How is you doing? I'm doing good. I ain't even getting no real drink. This is water with lemon, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't no drinker. I'm trying to stay hydrated. But Irie Ting is a great Jamaican restaurant in the city of Richmond, Virginia. And I recommend it to anybody. Now, if I was into mukbang videos, I'd let you hear me eating and chomping and chewing and swallowing. But this ain't mukbang. So you ain't gonna be able to hear all that. And I'm sure I ain't got the equipment for that anyhow. Right. Indeed. Like, I'm not even Blaze Fire. I said I deal with haters on my YouTube channel too. Right. I ain't necessarily even mad. Because I'm a new channel. I need all the growth I can get. So bring on the haters. But I will at least delete messages. And I may be new to having a channel, but I'm not new to being in a chat room. I'm not new to watching other people's lives and their streams and whatnot. So I know there's a way you can kick somebody out. I may not necessarily have immediate means to doing it, especially since I usually prefer going live on my computer. But I'm trying to test the theory anyhow, because oh yeah, let me pin that. I'm gonna pin that message. So I'm pinning Blaze Fire Rod's message that he deal with haters too. Stanley says he's unbannable. I'm glad you think that and feel that way. Just make sure you stick around and tune in. Make sure that you sub to the channel so you can prove to me that you are unbannable. So Blaze Fire Rod's got over 1,000 on this channel. 1,000 haters or 1,000 subscribers? I'm assuming, well, I guess the safest assumption is 1,000 haters. But if you, or maybe you mean you got over 1,000 trans people, I don't know. But, let me see. Stanley says he cannot be banned. Okay, cool. So subscribe, Stanley. Subscribe and keep it rocking. Like I said, I'm really here testing out theories. My normal programming, I usually go live on Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. U.S. New York time, East Coast time, and I usually deal with. I do deal with some haters. I talk about haters, but I talk about haters from a pro-black perspective, an Afrocentric perspective, and I deal with, my content is almost 99% discussing Black American issues, African-centered issues, the continent of Africa, culture, history, religion, and things of that nature. So you can imagine, I probably got some haters. Stanley, I cannot be banned. Stanley, if you haven't already, question mark. I will go to Blaze Fire Rod's channel and subscribe probably when I get off this live, because I ain't that tech savvy. I don't know how to go do that right now while I'm live on this one, but I will hit your channel up and subscribe once I get off, once I end this live. And I'll be ending this live as soon as my food get here. But I do appreciate anybody for tuning in. So since you're still here, if you're still here, I see some people have dropped off. What's your thoughts? Put it in the chat. 100 men versus a gorilla. Who's gonna win and why? I can't believe I didn't drink all my ginger beer this fast. I'm gonna have to order another one. It's a quite curious day. There goes Stanley again with his love proclamations. Quite interesting. Do you, bro? Oh, okay. Blaze Fire said, okay, you know something? That's a good idea. Get on your own phone, pull your own line, and ban it. Well, if this works, edit, delete, upload. If this works, then Stanley is up out of here. Let me see if I can find this. Now, I do have 2 phones, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have 2 internet services. So, I'm on Wi-Fi with the second phone. We're going to see if it's working. Okay. Uh-oh. Look like it's working. Oops. Now, it won't work. Stanley, you are hilarious. And well, I will say this, at least you keep the chat live. Is that the only thing that you want to talk about, Stanley? You don't want to talk about nothing else? That's the only thing that you focused on? Doom? Oh, ha. Channel activity, go to channel, add put user in timeout. Stanley Garziano has been timed out for 5 minutes. And let's see. Capitalized Stanley Garziano has been timed out for 10 minutes as well. I don't know why people, like, granted I didn't necessarily have the knowledge until Blaze Firewise told me I could do it, but I don't know why people would make such silly claims if they know. Like, I'm assuming that he knew more than me because I didn't know I could do it on my second phone, etc. and whatnot. But why would somebody make such a silly claim like, I can't be banned? Just for someone to pull him up and be like, you're banned. Okay, so he says he cannot be banned. Maybe he can't because I know I hit the timeout button. But it could be that he got multiple accounts. Quite an interesting situation. Bro, Stanley, get out of here. So, okay, I'll tell you what I ordered. I ordered okra and saltfish. Okra and saltfish. Shout out to Alfred Addo. Why is the person hating though? Which person do you say is hating, Alfred? Do you think Stanley is hating? Or do you think me as the host is hating? Or Blaze Firewise? I don't think either of us is hating. I think Stanley is just spazzing because I guess that's just what Stanley do. Yeah, I mean, I really do think Stanley is just a spazzer. And Stanley swears he knows everything because he's trying to correct me saying it's Aki and saltfish, Dodo. Okay, so I guess when my food get here and I show it on the screen, is that when you gonna say, oh my bad? Is that when you gonna say my apologies? Like as if I don't know what I ordered. Stanley loves to show his ignorance. So as I said, I ordered okra and saltfish. And I can't wait for it to get here. So he said, okra is not a Jamaican dish. Okay, well, I'm in a Jamaican restaurant. And on the Jamaican restaurant's menu, they have a dish called okra and saltfish. So whether you are right or wrong about it being a Jamaican dish, it's on the menu, and I ordered it. Callaloo and Aki. Yeah, I've had both of those. Just not what I ordered. So Stanley, how old are you? And where you from? That's my question. Where you from, Stanley? And how old are you? Where you get all this vast amount of Jamaican knowledge? They are knockoff Jamaicans. Maybe. Okay, that's clearly your ill-informed opinion, but hey, just like the crevices and the cracks between our backsides, you're entitled to whatever your thought process is. Blaze Fire Rod said he's gonna get off here and go live stream Minecraft. That's cool. I appreciate your stopping by. I appreciate you joining in. At least I get the credit. Make sure that you do hit that like button. Make sure that you do hit that subscribe button. And if you don't mind, share. You can share the channel, share this live. I'm gonna be on here at least long enough to show you the food. Once they get here, I'm probably gonna sign off. But I'll be on here long enough to show you the food, at least so I can show Stanley Gaziano that okra and saltfish is a real dish that can be ordered at a real Jamaican restaurant. Because Stanley Garziano is such an expert on what real Jamaicans are. Maybe he'll learn something more too. I'll stay to see the food. Okay, that's cool too. I can't wait till the food get here, cause I'm hungry as hell. This will be my first meal of the day, and over here on the East Coast, it's 1:15 p.m. So I ain't had no breakfast. I ain't had no brunch. What about it? Okay, but like, I'm getting these messages from, I'm like, I can't, like, you want me to bring that up? You want me to say that in it? Okay then. So like I said, I ordered okra and saltfish. What did you order? They ordered pumpkin soup. She ordered pumpkin soup. For all you trans lovers that might get the wrong idea. She ordered pumpkin soup. Whiter in Jamaican spot is whiter in Jamaican spot is crazy work. Yeah, I can tell Stanley loves attention. And I don't mind giving it to you. Because I like to see people play themselves as fools. With, my honest idea, my honest opinion is that maybe white ran. Well, at least now you got the spelling correct. White ran Jamaican spot is crazy work. Show me the white person running this joint. You ain't even seen from the background. It's not like it's not like I'm really showing you the background, because that ain't my thing. But you ain't seen a white person run through the background. Oh yeah. Thank you. Now, let me turn this joker around. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is my rice and beans, topped with cabbage. Not topped with cabbage, topped with carrots. And this is my okra and saltfish. This is my okra and saltfish. Just YouTube. So, as I was saying, this is, and that's an authentic, real Jamaican person. So, as I said, this okra and saltfish is what I'm about to dig into. I will show you. I might show you the pumpkin soup that she ordered if it comes soon enough. It's right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and show that as well. Now it don't look as good as mine, but it is quite tasty. Like I said, you don't. It's, technically, you might say, "Well, it's just a bowl of soup. How good could it look?" Well, hey, I'll tell you one thing though. It tastes good as hell. This is like normally I struggle between getting the pumpkin soup and getting the okra and saltfish. And the last 2 times I came here, I got the pumpkin soup. So today is switch up time. So let me see. Alfred Ado says we call the rice and beans wache here. Alfred Ado, you must be in Ghana. Are you in Ghana, Alfred? I love wache. I love wache. And this is about the best. I'm gonna tell you, this is the best drink on earth. Now I don't know where my fork is. Oh. I have now Stanley wants to know, do they have oxtails? Yes, they have oxtails. Shout out to Alfred Ido for joining. I mean, shout out to everybody for joining, but I'm particularly enthused about Alfred Ido for joining because I'm planning to go to Ghana later this month, actually. I'll be in Ghana sometime around middle of the month. Close to the end, I'm gonna be there for probably at least 1 month, if not 2. So I definitely plan on enjoying some wache when I get there. So yes, like I said, Stanley, yes, they have oxtails. Alfred, yes. Medase is thank you. Aquaba to at the proper perspective. Aquaba to at the proper perspective. Thank you for the welcome. And I'm gonna get ready to get out of here as my food is here, her food is here. So I'm gonna give a shout out. Thank y'all for tuning in and joining. I will go live. Like I said, normally I go live 8 p.m. East Coast time on Wednesdays, but I do every time I go out, it's Shabazz around town at the proper perspective. So holler at me. And I will check out everybody's podcasts and channels once I get back to my computer. Thank you for that, Alfred Ido. I'm definitely going to be trying to do that more often. I'm going to try to do it as often as possible. The goal is to go live once a day. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but the goal is to go live once a day. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to holler at you. Peace.